one single moment your whole life can turn round. I stand there for a minute staring straight into the ground, looking to the left slightly then looking back down. World feels like it's caved in, proper sorry frown. Please let me show you where we could only just be for us.
We're in.
We've had a hiatus, big word of the day. But we're back.
Hiatus. Yeah, we had a couple weeks off. Don't know why, just weren't really up for it.
Let the batteries recharge.
Yeah, exactly. Just couldn't be bothered. Not couldn't be bothered, just... You got to be in the mood to do this, really.
Couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered.
Yes. Yeah, to be fair, I just couldn't be bothered.
Nah, life's getting the better of us at the moment, innit, mate?
It has been for a while, you know. Everything is still not normal, which is annoying. All I want to be able to do right now is go to Cameo, downstairs, wait for the DJ to play WAP, and go crazy.
Yeah, I'd be there right alongside you, giving it some.
I miss doing that so much. That used to be just so much fun.
Oh, yeah. So we are talking about nightclubs in our little mini series.
Little mini series. And the last episode we finished off in the queue.
We
So
just got in the queue, hadn't we?
We're just in the queue, yeah. We've just not paid for our lift.
On the promise that we'll pay for on the way home.
Yeah, transfer. Give me details. I'll transfer the money.
Yeah, burn that one.
But queues, I really think queues are such a good gauge of the night. One, if it's a busy queue, you won't always want to wait, but sometimes you will. Well, look at that for insight. That's why people will listen.
Yeah. I don't quite know where to go from that. I felt like it was a bit of a bridge for me to come in with something, but
to take
I
the
don't
baton.
really know what you mean from what you meant from it.
Well, you wouldn't go to somewhere where there was no queue.
No, you wouldn't.
But you
Unless
wouldn't
you
go
paid for a
somewhere.
table.
Yeah, or you wouldn't go somewhere where its queue's too big, unless there was a chica inside, and then you're queuing
I
up for
wasn't going to say that, yeah, but fair
and
enough.
then you're queuing up for an hour and a half. You don't care, and even if you're in there for 20 minutes max, it's all about securing the bag.
It's the mission.
The mission.
And a long prep time normally pays off in your favour.
Exactly, but yeah, just the queue is just such a because you meet people in there, and you always make friends in the queue as well.
Or you do get the flip side of it, and beefs can be started in the queue.
Beef enough. Yeah, I've got a habit of being sometimes a little bit cheeky, perhaps you could say, a bit cheeky. And yeah, it's but it's always queues. You can always set some. I prefer setting the groundwork. You know, you got to set some solid foundations.
So you're thinking about where you might spot a nice young Sheila in the queue, maybe a couple of stops ahead of you.
Exactly. This is back in the day anyway. Yeah. That was sort of like the mindset. I don't think I could do it anymore. A bit old now.
But I do understand. It just sprung in my head, but I actually wouldn't mind a long queue from time to time. If I'd taken it a bit too solidly at pre-drinks.
Oh, it can help you out.
And I had to wear it, then a half hour to 45-minute wait with no booze really can do the trick.
I'm actually glad you've said that, because the amount of times I've had to firm it in the queue, just like trying, I'm just thinking, I've got to be like, slapping yourself around
breath. You're doing some breathing exercises. 6 in, hold, 6 out.
I mean, I never used an ID, but I know you did.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer. I was a July boy.
So I know you've had to like memorize postcodes and stuff.
Yeah, I was okay because I had the same person's ID every time.
Yeah.
and I only didn't get in with it once, and that was Bonsai.
Yeah. Oh, we will talk about bonsai in a future episode, though.
The bouncer literally looked at it, just went, nope, and gave it back to me, and walked. And then I was like, well, okay, not a lot I can do.
Yeah, I mean, we won't talk about bouncers quite yet, but they fucking know. They're not that fucking retarded. Like,
Spot on.
they let girls in. Like the apprentice at work, she was using someone from Works ID. Nothing looks.
Bad?
No, it wasn't great. No, not at all. And she was like 23. I was like, you do not look 23.
Is it like me trying to use your ID?
Not that bad. It would be like me trying to use
Naden?
Naden's. Yeah, that's actually a really good one. Like, yeah.
Nobody knows who that is, so it's kind of a wasted
and I'm
joke,
older
but
than him as well, so what would the point be?
just for the crack, really.
I actually had. Did anyone ever ask for your ID?
Nah, because I was too ugly, so.
Uh,
But no, because you're not, for boys it's weird, isn't it? Like, I think it's much more acceptable for girls to ask girls for ID, but if some bloke asked me for my ID, I don't know. I know you did lend it because there was a guy that looked exactly like you, but I'm pretty unique. What can I say?
it's just
I'm like Christmas Day. Only comes around once a year.
well, there you go.
It's a unique one.
Yeah, no, I didn't actually give it to the person who asked for it. They asked to use it once, and I don't know why, it just never happened. No, I probably thought, yeah, and then it came to, I was like, nah, fuck that. Just because it's long if it gets lost or fucking, you know.
I'm trying to think. Did I ever lend it out? I don't think I did. But it's definitely something that I would have done because I'm all about making money.
Yeah, you get some good dough for it as well. Like, I know someone who paid 50 quid to use it for an ID for the weekend at Bournemouth Sevens. I know,
That's
50.
nearly the price of the ticket.
Exactly. I mean, if there's any 17-year-olds, I know the Bournemouth Sevens won't happen anytime soon, but if any 17-year-olds want to use my ID, I'll be 26 by the time the next Bournemouth Sevens is. So it's going to be it's a long shot, but the offer's there.
Yeah, I remember because I used my cousin's ID, and we did look fairly similar. It did normally work, but I still had to pay him 20 quid each time.
Fucking hell, Mike, that's harsh.
Spot on.
Jeez, he saw you coming, mate.
I'm still paying off that loan because I went out a lot.
Yeah, you definitely went out before me, I think.
Did you wait?
I was December, so it's not that bad. But I know you went out. I remember you going out. Did you go out? Did you go out for Joe's on like walkabout on the Sunday? Yeah.
Maybe I can't remember.
See, I had to wait till the Thursday, and I turned 18 on the Thursday, and it was low Thursdays, and
Low.
I met Ellen Goff, and we became great friends at that time.
Ooh, that's a blast from the past.
It is. Oh, good times. Oh, I've missed Lola Low.
Anyway, back to the queue. I feel like we've greatly digressed from the queue there, but did you ever actually get in like much beef in the queues or not? I remember starting things and then it was finished inside.
I remember throwing some grenades in the queue, but never actually getting involved. This was around here. Throwing grenades, but not actually getting involved.
Yeah.
Probably some issues in the queue actually at uni with indie, as you can probably imagine. But no major beef. Like I've never had a proper scrap before, really.
No.
I don't fancy anyone testing it either.
The biggest issue I've had in a queue is my own friends getting annoyed at me and like we genuinely beefed because I was too steaming and I didn't get let in.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
That's,
people that I used to live with.
oh, so uni.
I was gonna say because it wouldn't ever be any of you guys.
Oh, that's so funny, yeah. Like your friends,
Um,
yeah.
it's a different vibe, isn't it?
You
Um,
housemate two is meeting a gal in there, and all of a sudden you're not getting in, and housemate two's gal is in there, and he's there going, "Rrr."
yeah,
He's not happy.
but yeah, that's probably the most serious it's ever gone because he did threaten to throw punches.
Who? Which one was that?
Jay.
Hello, Jay.
And then in my very, very drunken state,
Oh, there definitely was girl. There was a girl then. There has to be.
well, I don't know. He never said, but it doesn't matter because I got in the next place. It says a lot about the place because I was steaming. But then I had a great night nonetheless, and I threatened to try and fight the bouncer at the place I didn't get let in, which in hindsight, probably not my best move ever. But live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yeah, I mean this will actually bring us on nicely to bouncer beef.
Bouncer beef. Well, they're just
Which
arseholes, aren't they?
they are.
Apart from one.
There's a few that are all right. I've been
I've
saved.
only met one or two that I
Once,
actually like.
yeah, like a couple. The ones that I like have saved me
Yeah.
a couple of times.
So I think we have to give an honourable shout out to Mai Tai Drew, even though he
Drew,
doesn't work for Mai Tai anymore.
Ashley Cross, Drew.
Ashley Cross Drew, that's a good
We'll
name.
go with that, and Ashley Cross Kenny as well.
I've not had much to do with Kenny. I know you know him a little bit better than I do.
And then there was the Russian guy who did Tesco sometimes, but also occasionally did Toast, and he has saved me. He has saved me a lot.
Interesting. I forget about Toast because Toast is a weird one, isn't it? Because it's probably the best night of every week ever.
It's a good one.
We've done a few trips in there, but I always done it like a little bit later. I never done it really young, which, to be honest, is the target audience it's aimed at.
I did it solidly from like 19. I think the last time I went, I was probably 23.
Yeah.
Wait,
We,
no, I wasn't. I must have been like 22. It was before. I didn't go after Annie for obvious reasons.
I was going to say, I judge it by my relationship time, and I've been with Holly since April, and we haven't been. That's April 17. That is a
Yeah.
long time.
I think the last time
Yeah.
the last time I went was probably Valentine's Day 17, which was a hell of a night.
Oh, do you actually remember one of the last big nights like that we had? It was between February and April of 17, but I think we tried to go to Toast, me, you, and Ben.
We landed up in Walkabout, and I ordered like 30 VKs.
30 VKs.
I was a twat.
That was funny because they were on stupid offer.
Yeah, I think it was like a quid. No, £1.50 per. It
Yeah.
was like 45 quid. Oh God, that makes me feel head hurt. But wait, just to go back to the bouncers. I've actually got like a catchphrase, like an insult for the bouncers that I do love to use,
Yeah.
and it's not got me in places a lot of times. You've probably heard me say it before, but it's the classic: your wife cheats on you while you're at work. They don't like it.
Or she's a stripper.
That isn't
Because it
necessarily.
seems like the symmetrical vocation for, like, if you're doing a nighttime job, males are bouncers, women are strippers.
Yeah, that's true. Shorty's dancing like a stripper.
But yeah, I just feel like they've always got a massive chip on their shoulder. And it's not my fault you have to beat people up for a living.
Yeah, and they always treat the girls differently. Equal rights.
Yeah, I don't get a gentle hand on my shoulder when I'm being asked to leave.
Oh God, do you remember that night? That night with us with the bouncers.
What night was that?
Was I with you or was I with Indy? There was a
I don't
night.
think it was me.
There was a night we had issues with the bouncers,
No, it wasn't me.
and we were in that weird side room in like Cameo. I swear it was you actually.
Oh, it might have been.
Like they took us down like the fire exit way, and they were like they hit us. They like hit us. They were hitting us in the chest. This must.
Oh
this,
no, that wasn't me. No, that wasn't me.
God. Yeah, that was.
Actually, I will give an alternate view. I actually do have a positive interaction with bouncers when I probably shouldn't have. Do you remember the night that you came up to London with Ben and he went missing?
Oh yeah.
And I may or may not have done something pretty awful because somebody was being fairly annoying. So I'm trying to put this in the most delicate way possible. But an ice cube may have been projected at the back of somebody's head.
Oh yes. I remember that.
It may or may not have happened. I can't really remember.
Hey, this was the time we had issue with the bouncers in that side bit.
Oh, yeah. But this is in London, not in Cameo.
No. Oh yeah, it was in London then. Yeah.
But I actually view this as a positive story because the subject ran off. A bit dramatic if you ask me, it was only an ice cube.
Get him out! Get him out!
Yeah, and
It
then
was
the
something
next
like
thing I know, I was being actually, yeah, in hindsight, I was being roughed up a little bit.
Yeah, because I went in. I went in after you, going, "It's my friend."
Yeah,
What are
and
you
then they
doing with
kicked-
him?
And then they kicked you out, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then the chief, the head doorman came in, and
The
he was
chief.
actually so sound. He was like, "What's going on?" And I must not have been that pissed because I managed to talk my way out of it. I was like, "I don't know what she's on about. I'm just here with my friends having a good time." And then he let me back in.
No, I do remember. I remember us being buzzing that you'd got back in, and we were just there like, I don't know what's happened here.
Because I was on thin thread whether I was when the first two bouncers took me out because they were being pretty rough. I do remember that now. I was pretty panicky that I was about to have my head kicked in.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
Because when they take you down a side bit, it's never for a good reason.
No, it's like the bonsai. Every time I used to go to bonsai when I was like 18, 19, there was that side bit next to the door where they used to do like the drug searches and stuff. And every time they took me down there, every fucking time without fail. And at this
And
point,
you get caught once, don't you?
at this point, do you know what the funny thing is about that? They always used to take me down that before I was even on that, and as soon as I was, I never did again. I was like, you suckers.
But yeah, no, fuck bouncers, man.
Yeah, man. Your wife's cheat on you while you're at work. That's all you need to know.
Apart from Drew.
Apart from Drew, yeah. Actually, talking about your story with the ice cube. Obviously, guys act like divvies in clubs as well. But when a girl acts like a divvy, like the amount of shit I've seen girls cause on nights out is just not even funny. And then, how do you diffuse? We're called diffuse the situation. For me, the method of choice is a drink. Da da da.
Yeah, that's a hard one, isn't it?
Because like if a girl is, I wouldn't do this anymore because I'm
Like you would.
no, I wouldn't now because if I'm out, I'm probably older. So like, but when I was like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-ish, the only thing you can do is chuck a drink over them.
Yeah, That is it, really.
That's better than spitting on someone as well. Like spitting ain't great. Like I did once when I was like 19 and I regret it, but she didn't see it, so it was cool.
Like a proper phlegmer.
Not a phlegmer because I don't phlegm that much anyway. But it was on her back
But-
and she was being a fucking twat. So I was like, "Pff."
Yeah.
And then so everyone who's listened to that, hopefully you've already stopped listening. But fucking pretty hideous, I know. But
See, at least me it was only an ice cube.
yeah, as if I think I've seen you at least spit on 2 people. He's gone quiet. No, I'm joking. I was joking. He didn't. He
Comedy
has.
style.
Comedy style, exactly. It's hard, especially some nights when you're already dry mouth.
Well,
Drink's
yeah.
easy, isn't it? Although,
Yeah,
that being said,
I've never swilled somebody. I feel like that is a good response because it ruins their night, but not enough that it's like a disgusting or a horrible thing. Like,
yeah.
it's not like abuse, is it? You've just got them wet.
I mean, if a girl's being a divvy, and she's being a proper divvy, and I'd only do this as like worst case scenario, but if I get kicked out for chucking a drink over her, good. I'll take it. I'll wear it. It's fine. Like her night's ruined too, and it's all her fault. So.
Well, it's hard, isn't it? Like,
And this is only extreme situations. Extreme situations. We're not talking about she's bumped into me or something like that.
I actually thrive off upon that. So
Yeah, we like mosh pits.
it is hard. I don't know. I don't think I have a go-to response. It must be done situationally. It's actually more dependent how pissed I am.
Yeah, that's true.
Gauges my response because it's like I remember I had a glass thrown at me once. Actually, twice. Maybe there's a pattern there somewhere.
One time was a bottle though.
Well, yeah. Okay, one time was a bottle inside the place, and then one time was a glass inside the same venue. Good thing I don't go there anymore. But both times, I was actually quite calm about the situation.
Probably because I was there.
The first, shut up. The first time, I wasn't that drunk, which wasn't the bottle incident, which you were there for. So the person just got removed very quickly, so I couldn't actually react to it.
That was funny because the bottle didn't smash; it just bounced off your bonds.
My absolute moonhead came in handy.
Probably hurt the bottle.
It didn't smash either when it came off my head, so God knows what happened there. But the second time, yeah, you were there, and I don't think it was a weird one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if the place we're talking about, I've seen so many people have fucking glasses and stuff like chops on the head. Like one time, a girl did it to a guy just randomly, and I was literally next to I was next to the guy, like really close. So I'm thinking, but that could have been me. What's this crazy bitch doing? Let's get this bitch out.
For a quick jab over his shoulder, didn't you?
I would have if I had to. Fuck me. I ain't having some person, male or female, try and glass me.
Bottle, yeah.
Fuck that. Like, awful.
Blame you. Fair enough.
It's all equal rights until there's a weapon involved. Then I've got my hands. Honestly.
Big gammons on the end of your wrists.
Look at them, they're so small. What the fuck are these going to do to anyone?
Dress codes for nightclubs. That is an odd one, isn't it?
I hate them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, how many pairs of shit black Vans I had to buy just so I could go for fucking Lost?
I don't get the concept of why they have to be black or smart.
It's bullshit. I've actually got a beautiful story associated to this.
Yeah.
One time, Bournemouth had just been promoted to the Premier League, and I was out in my Stan Smiths, and Tommy Elphick got me in. Shout out to Tommy Elphick.
I'm sure he's a long-time listener.
100%. Yeah, he got me in, so I'll take that. But yeah, and shout out to Hobbsy as well. He got me in a few times with the Sam Smiths as well. I was like, Hobbsy. They're not letting me in with my shoes, mate. And then he always was like, oh, next time you've got to wear the black shoes. Week later, Hobbsy.
Yeah. It is a weird one. I just don't get it, and I would appreciate any feedback from anybody that knows why they have to be a particular way.
I think it stops people just rocking up. It's partly.
Yeah. I get that. It's a weird one though, isn't it? Like,
They don't want anyone in there. Like, that's the reason. Let's be honest.
in my head, I'm thinking it is a class thing.
Oh, 100%. It was.
They don't want, like, I couldn't wear a pair of Jordans. Well, actually, they're not a bad trainer, so maybe you could. I get, like, the people with, like, flip-flops. That's just a health and safety thing, in all honesty.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm thinking my black Nikes, I probably would struggle.
But I don't get why. Because they're viewed as a common as shoe.
Yeah, you stupid fucking bouncers. Who the fuck's looking at my feet once I'm in there anyway, you idiot?
But it's ridiculous because then you could wear a pair of McQueens.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, that's why I brought them up. And then you'll instantly get in, even though they are still a trainer.
Yeah,
Because they're worth a bit of money, you get a pass. It's a weird one.
yeah. I think McQueens look fucking stupid. Nothing against anyone who wears them, but I think they look fucking retarded.
I feel like that was a little bit of a lie.
Nah, because I do see people I like wearing them, and I'm like, I like you. You're right. You get a pass, but
do you reckon you could get into a nightclub with Balenciaga triple S's on? That is a tough one, isn't it? I
yeah.
don't think you could.
I think H could.
Well, yeah, but it's a different.
I think if you've got a table, you could.
Maybe.
But it's definitely a status thing, because if I'm wearing a pair of Virgil Abloh Jordan 1s, I've clearly got moolah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, that they're a pair of Off-White Vapor Maxes.
I don't think you get in with them, even though they're off-white.
I think if your bog standard bouncer is there, he's saying no. However, if the club promoter is by them at the entrance, he's getting you in because he knows you've got a bit of pee behind you.
And they're expecting a table to be brought.
Exactly. Like, there you go. It's
fair analysis.
Whereas poor Jack Morgan and his Stan Smiths are just a little bit tatty. He's fucked. He ain't got a chance.
No.
But
I get you.
But I feel like we've covered quite a range of things, actually. We sort of covered a little bit inside, but not totally.
No,
we've sort of linked it back around, and to be honest, I think I'm happy with there. Actually, I think that's a good place to end.
We've just opened the door.
We're just in. We're about to make our way to the bar to get our first drink, you could say.
And then we go from there next week.
I can hear your housemates, Jack Blake, in the background.
Let's not go there.
Hello.
I've genuinely got headphones on, you absolute fucking loser.
Fuck's sake. Oh well. That was fun. We definitely need to keep doing this again, because I do my therapy. I do my counselling type thing once a week. Sally helps me out massively. And the reason why I know it works is the week I didn't do it, I had a fucking shocker. So I need to keep doing that. This has also helped. It's been good.
Yeah, cheers.
And yeah. Although I am starting open uni this week, or next week. I'm officially a history student.
Officially a fresher.
A fresher.
What a shit year to be a fresher.
Oh, fucking dreadful, isn't it? fucking government, fucking coronavirus. If there's anyone that can deal with coronavirus, it's students. That's for sure.
Spot on.
I survived twice, so, and I lived to tell the tale, and I still had a child. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Right.
I'll probably PS4.
Yeah, I've got a little few things to do with work still, and then I'll be online.
Okay. Anyway, we're going off. Love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.